Well, hello. What are you doing here? Well, I'm glad you're here. It's actually day off from the shop, so I've come to work on digging out some of my own collection and kind of going through some of the my own helmets and getting them into some of the display cases. So if you want to hang out, that'd be great. So I've had my collection packed up for about 7 years. And I finally got some display cases that I can use to house some of it. So I've really been looking forward to going through and seeing some of the stuff that I haven't seen in quite some time, and getting it into some display cases so I can at least look at some of the things I've got, and hopefully go through and find out that I've got too much and I don't need all of this. So thanks for helping out. I did get these display cases. These are really cool. These came from an antique store that went out of business. And unfortunately, they've actually reopened, so they probably could use them again, but too bad. They're nice display cases. And so I'm kind of looking forward to filling them up. I think they'll work really well for my helmets. So I've got all kinds of stuff. This one is very cool. It's a swivel bale. U.S. Marine Corps Beach Party, the little red square on the helmet cover is for the beach landing party. And what's cool, this is kind of sucked in there. It's also got the square that would have been on the back, but then the helmet itself also has a red square, so you know it's a match set. And actually I did get this from the guy who was part of the beach party, so that was awesome. Now I just got to figure out, okay, you know, where should I start with? American. There's only so many squares I can fill up. I suppose I'll start with American here and see where I end up. Oh, this is another cool one. This one is a Navy officer helmet, a blue painted Navy, and it's got a Hawley fiber liner. Some of you might remember me talking about the Hawley fiber. And it's also, again, it's got the matching rank underside. I don't know if there's a way I can display that so you can see both of them. We'll start there. I know I'm going to have to be rearranging things as I go. This is some helmet parts and bits and some of my little toy soldiers. I'll put that over here. Okay, so I kind of got a Marine Corps Navy thing going on over here, so I'll keep that going. I got a blue Navy, again, swivel bale, battleship blue painted helmet. Nice. Paratrooper switchblade, doesn't belong with the helmets, but again, when you move and stuff gets packed up, everything gets everywhere. Marine Corps Kevlar helmet. I'm going to be doing a section, a newer stuff section, but I'm not completely sure where that's going to go. So I'm just going to set this off to the side for now. This is one of my Army Air Force flak helmets. It's got the ear cups, you know, to kind of help protect against flak. Really nice shape. It's still flocked. Flocking is a way where they take an adhesive, spray it over, and then they put little material particles on it, so it kind of gives it a velvety feel. And the idea behind that was at high altitude so that the metal of the helmet doesn't actually freeze to the air crew member's face. Sounds smart. Okay. I kind of need a little bit of height, and that shelf's got some height. I might eventually rearrange the the shelves, and because I've got some heads to put these on. See how it plays out. Alright, here's another flak helmet. This one was the one that came out after that one. A little smaller, but same kind of idea. That one would actually look better on a head. Okay, I've got some uniform parts. And a partially open Swiss Army knife that I just impaled myself with. Oh, and these are actually, he apparently used this packing material. These are some HBT uniforms from the movie The Pacific. So those will go with my movie collection stuff. Not sure where the shirt's from. That's actually just a real Army officer's shirt. Okay. And just a dirty, ripped t-shirt. Again, packing material. This is the one I just picked up with the red blotch on the back. Not completely sure. My buddy Mike, Sergeant Durango, for those of you on the U.S. Military Forum, thought it might be a U.S. Navy pool boat helmet, which I don't really know what that means. Boat pool. At any rate, I'm going to put it in the Navy section for now, until I find out otherwise. They'll keep the red dot exposed. I also thought it might be something like Red Ball Express, but admittedly, I don't know. Alright. Okay, oh, this is cool. One of my German helmets, camouflaged German helmet shell. Was an Army with some sand, rough sand finish. So I'm going to start the German ones over here. Always like the personalized ones, the ones that are a little more interesting than the lock and stock. Oh, this is a favorite. This is my Fallschirmjäger helmet. And what's cool about this one, I got this one at a local auction, and I knew the guy whose estate that it was that they were auctioning. Long-time old-school collector. And he had, not only did he have the information from who he got it from, there's actually the German soldier's name inside as well. And I was able to trace, because I knew the unit that this guy was in, and I was able to find the German guy, I was able to trace where they probably met up, and the German was actually killed, and I was able to find the German's grave site in the vicinity of kind of the region of Normandy that he was in. So a great helmet with a lot of history to it as a bring back. And actually it's still got the tags. There were multiple because I got this one at an auction, there were multiple what do they call them? Absentee bidders on this one. It was a live auction, but you could go in early and put bids in on things. So I had to fight tooth and nail for that one, but it was worth it. So I want to give a place of honor. One of my nice German railroad eagles. These are always cool. I like this one because it's all covered with soot, and it still actually has the nuts. A lot of times the nuts are missing. You don't see these a lot with the nuts still on them, and still sooty. This one was one of those direct vet finds. So that was cool. Oh, it's got all kinds of weird stuff in here. Nazi Party donation can. Early piece. I always like the real early stuff. So I'll set that aside for now. Oh, and this is another favorite piece of mine. Haven't seen this one in a long time. This one, it's a S.A. Stein, early one from Christmas 1933. And it says "Hail the Struggle" with the S.A. logo, beer stein, and it's dedicated on the top. Weihnachten 1933 with the guy's name. So a real early crockware piece. I'm honestly really glad that it survived the move. Okay, these are it's a bag of aggressor tabs. We had talked about the aggressor forces, the U.S. Army aggressors. So I'll go with my aggressor collection. My book of 500 kanji, helpful for deciphering Japanese sword writing. You know, I'd like to say who packed this stuff, but I know the guy. All right. This is one of my Airborne paratrooper helmets. It's got the additional snaps to hold the liner in. Put that one here for now, with the scrim and the stuff on it. Oh, this one is cool. Another Airborne one. 307th Engineers. My mom actually got this one for me. I miss her. She got it at a thrift store. I remember she paid $8 for it, and she was concerned that she spent too much. So that was awesome. It's a cool helmet. It's a later post World War II helmet, but still very cool. Painted. And again, paratrooper. Oh, this is another neat one, another Normandy one. This one was worn with the British net by a guy who was in the 4th Infantry. So that was very cool. I'm gonna have a lot of empty grocery bags. Let's launch them over there for now. They did their job well in protecting the helmets. Just a nice, another nice fixed bale helmet with the early brass fittings. The bigger 2-inch square net, kind of cool. We'll call it the netted helmet section. Oh, okay. Another Hawley liner. This one is just a liner, but what's cool about this one is it's named to Lieutenant Colonel Dow, who was actually part of the OSS, and later on became the commander of the 101st Division. Perhaps you've heard of them. So this is a really cool, Hawley. All right, another Hawley liner. Really nice shape. Now this helmet's got the 3 bars on the front. Boy, just a screaming mint Hawley. And or general fiber. I know you helmet guys like going And there actually is part of a name in there. A lot of this stuff I had gotten, before kind of doing partial name laundry number searches was even possible. So some of this stuff I haven't. Oh, this is actually a paratrooper helmet with the extra straps. I didn't realize that. Okay, but then the paratrooper section. It's not a paratrooper liner, but paratrooper helmet. Figure that out. Hold on, I need both hands. There we go. Like butter. So, another paratrooper. All right, another fixed bale Hawley liner. Let's see if we know anything about this one. It does have the chin strap attached, which is, as you know, really rare on these. Yeah, and there is a laundry number scratched in the helmet, so that'll be one that I'll have to research. But this just looks like a decent early, soldier's helmet. This is a favorite. Fortunately, chin strap detached, but I can reattach it. This is another Hawley, but this one's on a third ID painted helmet, and it's got the guy's laundry number in it. Well, you really got to be careful with these liners. I mean, as you can see, the edges are just all chewed up. I don't want to. See if I can get a little. I don't remember if this liner had anything else on it. Just got to break the seal. Nope. And honestly, with the funk on the inside of this helmet shell, I would expect to see as much kind of on the helmet liner. So these two were probably paired up. The other thing that kind of speaks to that is this one has a alphanumeric laundry marking, B9559, and he's actually an officer. So I'd expect an officer serial number to start with O. But sometimes they did it the other way. But still, it's a third ID helmet. So. All right, I have an empty bin. Huzzah. All right, and now I'm going to put, some of you remember this one. This is a 1st Infantry Division helmet that I've got. This one's got the early rayon webbing lining inside, so that's cool. Remove my flak helmets. This is going to be a work in progress. At my house, I used to have big, long wooden shelves that I had all the helmets just lined up on. Oh, another favorite. Oh man, I've missed this one. 4-panel medic, fixed bale. This one came from a friend of mine. Kind of the only way you can get these kind of helmets is through somebody you know. And it's got the alpha numeric laundry markings on the inside too. So I'll have to do some more research on that one. That's just stellar. Another 4-panel medic. This one's to an officer. This one's also named on the inside. I need to Sorry, I was looking at the name. I thought it might be a woman's name. I'm like, is that a woman? But again, just, you know, very cool, especially with the added officer insignia on it. Fixed bail, as you'd expect to see. This one just has a number on it and a rank bar. Again, fixed bail. And matching numbers. So number 45. Don't know if I ever came up with a solid explanation. I did find some photos of some guys wearing some numbered helmets. For now, a lot of times the Navy ones were numbered to a particular position on a ship. But I don't think that that's the case with that one. But we'll put it in the Navy section for now. All right, here we have another naval officer rank painted helmet. Remember the liner head on this one. Yep. Same dealio. We'll have to stagger these as well. Oh, this one is cool. Another Navy one, and it's actually labeled CB, and then it's got the guy's name on it. Couple places. Didn't want somebody stealing his helmet, apparently. So again, in the Navy section. Oh, yeah. My MP liner. So, surprisingly hard to find. Original MP painted ones, always difficult. This one was used by a Navy sailor. It's kind of camel splotched, and it's got the anchor on the front. And I did some of the research, because this was purchased by another friend of mine who's an antique dealer, and I was able to look up the family, because I've also got his Navy hats that came with it. And I was able to look up the family, and I was able to find out more information on this guy. And actually his job on D-Day was to offload Jeeps and trucks. He would essentially drive them off the ship onto the beach, get out, do it again. Just unloaded. He was actually hit by shrapnel. One of the Jeeps that he was in, driving in, was under fire, and he ended up getting some glass from the windshield in his face. But he never, I don't think he ever applied for a Purple Heart. But so that one will go in the Navy section. And I'll keep the stuff with it so I don't lose track. It's weird that, you know, you pack the stuff away for such a long time and you forget. This one's really cool. Another medic helmet. This is a small circle one. I always kind of thought this one was more Korean era. The interesting thing about this one is that they had kind of glued a parachute to the top of the liner. Earlier liner. Swivel bail. Kind of Korea is what I kind of place this one to. This is another nice fixed bail helmet, but the interesting thing about this one is it's got what's known as a low pressure liner system, the hood rubber. No, the St. Clair. I believe it's a St. Clair. Yeah, St. Clair liner inside. And I'll be doing kind of a 101 series on going through some of the U.S. helmets and kind of explaining some of the differences and some of the things to look for. So watch for that coming soon. Now that I've been able to actually get at my helmets, I can share some of the information about them. A lot of garbage bags. This is a swivel bail. Don't remember. Again, another numbered liner. But yeah, not sure. Just a helmet, but they're freaking cool, aren't they? Love helmets. This one is neat. Fixed bail, early lining, tough hombres painted on the side. A little knackered up, but the T and the O. So that'll go in my divisional kind of one area. The 90th division. Come up with a better way of doing this. Okay, I can fit like 5 on a shelf. Somebody do the math and let me know how many helmets I can pack in. Another decent helmet. Swivel bail. Alright. Another Airborne helmet. This one was one of the artillery units. I forget which one in particular. This one's cool. And Sergeant Durango is always bugging me about this one. We believe it's an 11th Airborne with a tactical marking of some type. I always thought it might have a 17th connection. I don't know. I haven't seen that. I know some people call it the martini glass. I'm not completely convinced that's what it is, but we'll see. At any rate, it's a cool Airborne helmet. Front seam, swivel bail. I think I'm gonna have to utilize the space on top of the cabinets. And that'll be good anyways, because the Airborne helmets look better displayed on a head because you can do the chin cup and all that stuff. This one's double wrapped. Oh yes, and now I know why. This is my D-Bail Airborne jump helmet. So it's got the D-Bails. Before the fixed bail, they used bigger rounded D-Bails, but they found that they broke really easily, so they stopped using them. So yeah, this is a cool helmet. Very rare. Bottom side up, so I don't set it on the D-Bails. This is cool. This is a Kelly helmet, 1917 A1, and it's got the guys' names in it who had used it. It's kind of scratch painted, the Red Cross on the front. So that'll put with my medic helmet. Oh yeah, this one was neat. Horrific. U.S. naval helmet, what we call shrapnel damaged. So it took a pretty sizable hit through it. Don't think it was on anybody at the time, because quite honestly, if somebody was wearing it, the chin strap and everything would be soaked in blood and ick. So was probably sitting on a ship at some point, but almost looks like what would have been like a .50 caliber or some punch right through it. Get it up. neat navy one. 82nd Airborne, front seam, fixed bail. This one came from another friend of mine. I had to talk him out of this one for a couple of years, but very cool. Probably a glider rider, just a regular helmet, not an airborne type helmet, but I'm gonna have to use another Navy helmet from somebody in charge of communications. I have no recollection at all of this helmet. A vague recollection. But I don't think that's child art. You know, sometimes you'll see that. I think that's actually some type of camouflage. Oh, this one's actually kind of cool. This is a Westinghouse experimental camo liner. They use these in the Pacific, and they were found that they weren't that practical for whatever reasons. I suppose guys were wearing them instead of the helmets, and then guys were getting wounded at a higher level probably. They actually ordered these all returned to the factory to be repainted. So kind of good to find one in its original experimental state. This is another one with a net, a little different style net. I'm not completely sure what this style net would be called, but again, another fixed bail, front seam. This is a second Army helmet, front seam fixed bail, no Zach. Not for you, for me. Again, part of the Jerry collection. Not for sale. NFS. Another nice front seam swivel bail. But a decent example. Hey, guess what? There's helmets. These are actually some of my movie prop helmets. This one would have been from Saving Private Ryan. This is one from the Pacific. We've also got some Japanese helmets and some other movie prop pieces. So I will put my movie prop other bits in there. Fortuitous. And I recently acquired German helmet movie prop. Thanks to a friend of mine. It's good to have friends. You need as many friends as you can get. You can never have too many friends. And you can never be too good of a friend. I believe this was a 25th Division one with the V. 24th or 25th Division. I want to say 25th. Because of the V. But I could be wrong. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. This one is some type of cadre helmet with the stripe down the front. So at different bases, training places and things, the guys who were there who were on staff generally wore easily identifiable helmets, so you knew who was there, you know, who was working, who was being trained. SG, which I used to know, something guard. Another Red Cross helmet. This one is kind of cool. This is the one I'm thinking of. Oh no, it's not the one I'm thinking of. But it's still very cool. Front seam, fixed bail. That means I've got another one. This is the one I was thinking of. Little Red Cross. And actually this one was named to a guy who was in the American Red Cross. So I was able to actually find him and find some information on him. So again, front seam, fixed bail from the American Red Cross. This one's another low pressure liner. This is a hood rubber liner, fixed bail. Another MP helmet. I probably should have put it next to the other MP helmet, but already taken up the room. Fixed bail. Just a nice German Army kind of combat-y overspray M35 helmet. Ooh. German double decal Army M35, really nice, named. Nice liner, nice chin strap, a little dusty. Yeah, just probably the best double decal Army helmet I've got. We must be in the German section. This is a cool one. Boy, if this helmet could talk. This is an M35 double decal SS helmet. The interesting thing about this one is there's actually, and I know the decals are mostly obliterated, but there's actually two sets of decals on it. There's two runics on this side, and then there's the national colors, the tricolor, and then the swastika color over it. The runic and the national colors was only worn by the Lieb Standard SS, and it was only worn for a short period of time. You can actually see that the helmet was black under the apple gray, or apple green, and so I think this helmet in its original configuration would have been black for a period of about like 3 months. The party rally was in August, and then I know I did the math. The helmet would have existed like with the decal configuration for about 3 months, and then they re-decaled it in the double decal as we come to know later. So a real interesting helmet. A nice double decal Luftwaffe helmet. Again, dusty. Another, they're all my favorites. SS M40 helmet that took a shrapnel ding into it, sliced through. So quite the dramatic, but beautiful decal on it, and just really nice combat. This is a SS camouflaged. It's only got a partial decal and partial camouflage, but here's what it is. Decent liner, chin strap. Alright, and another decent SS M40. Decent liner, decent chin strap. Dusty. Oh, this one was pretty cool. I thought I was really juiced when I saw the camo pattern. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. And I flipped it around, and there's actually a second Marine Raider patch on it. So, inside's pretty roached from what you expect to see. Fixed bail. John Coy was really mad that I got this one because he was working on this one for a long time. This is one I've never been able to identify the unit, but kind of cool and big, you know, whatever they were. Still don't know. Officer of some type. Fixed bail. Let's see. Warrant officer. This one is named to the guy. Just a nice fixed bail. Front seam helmet. Named. A little bit of information. Some preliminary research. This is cool. 5th Division Diamond. Again, alphanumeric marked. Nice fixed bail captain's helmet. Yeah, don't know. At least don't remember much more about this. Oh, nice matching captain's liner. It's always good if you can kind of complete the story. So, you know, like, okay, yeah, they go together. You know, so that's cool. Oh, this is cool. German tropical. Painted camo. Always like the camo ones. This one is cool. Came out of North Africa. Again, German single decal, rough camo finish. M40. And I've actually got a picture when the guys found this in the desert. They were Army Air Corps group that had taken over a Luftwaffe base, and there must have been some type of firefight there because the German helmet was laying there, and as was the German. So here's another. This is a 3-color Normandy type pattern helmet. Another camo Army, you know, Normandy or Italy pattern. Normandy we'll go with. No liner, but this is how guys brought them back. So, you know, need some more American Navy ones. This is cool. Early double decal police helmet. The M34, I believe they call this one, but it's a little more unusual than normally seen in the early apple green. Another desert camo one. It could have been North Africa or Italy. This one's actually an M35. Again, could be North Africa or Italy. It's actually got a guy's name in it. A decent liner, decent chin strap, nice tan color. Eagle's a little bit obliterated, but I still got about 6 more bins to go. So I'm going to keep working at it. I've got maybe 2, 3, 3.5 more cases to fill up, so we'll see. But I hope you like it. I like it. I'm so excited. I've missed all my little helmets, so it's great to see them again. So I hope you enjoyed this little jaunt into part of my collecting world. So I hope you enjoy collecting. You know, share the passion. There's a lot of history here, and it's great to be able to share that with like-minded people. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day.